Hey guys, another Redeemable Slot Reviews here, and this time we've got another Ninco 1 review. This time it is a Ford Mustang No.3. As you can see, it's in the very nice Ford colours, which is blue and white, and it's got the Ford racing stripes across the front of it. And it is kind of an old car. I think it's before 2011. I'm not entirely sure of the exact year it was released, but all I know is for a fact that it's definitely before 2012, so it could be a 2011, even a 2010 car. So, as you can see, it's got the standard Ninco 1 box, which is quite strange and quite hard to get into. But before we go any further, we'll go to the product code, which is 55006. It says Ford Mustang Long Beach. So, if we just open the box, of course, it just pops out like that, and then you use the small red screw, which is quite easy to use, and then the car comes out. Another thing that gives away that this car is relatively old compared to the other ones that I'm going to be reviewing is that it hasn't really got the same sort of box slits as, say, like this one has here. As you can see, it's there, whereas this one is just completely straight. This kind of makes it a bit hard to stack them, but this one can always go on the bottom of a stack, and then you can stack the newer ones on top, so that's pretty good. And of course you've got the little red screw, which in this car was in the middle, and then you've got the box lid, which just sort of slides all back together. So let's move on to the car. Now, as you can see, again, it is another see-through tinted window deal, and as usual with Ninco 1 cars, it's completely hollow. But this makes it lighter, and it's still got very good grip and magnetism anyway, so it's not at all hampered by the fact that there's not much weight to it. And it also has a 16,000 rev motor, which is pretty much the standard for the Ninco 1 cars, except for the Mercedes SLS, which I'll get onto in another review. So the car across the front here, this is all stickered, this is not detailing, it's just printed on, but we've got the nice Ford Mustang logo, which is quite a nicely well detailed part. And another thing is that they've got proper lights. So unfortunately they don't have working lights, and they don't really have the ability to be given working lights. It would require some serious modification and some good thinking and planning. So it is doable, it depends on how way you do it, but you could put lights on this car, but it would take a lot of work. We've also got the nice indicators, because at the end of the day this is kind of a road car more than it is a race car, but I still think as a race car format it's very nice. The wind mirrors, again, another bit that could break off this car unfortunately, but these cars are made for domestic use and are going to get thrown about and crashed about a bit. The rear spoiler as well is very sturdy and is quite a good car strength as well. The car overall is actually very nice, very good, and it's very competitive compared to the Diablo that Ninco 1 do, the Camaro that Ninco 1 do, and pretty much all the Ninco 1 cars in the range. Even the SLS, which has a 20,000 rev motor compared to its 16,000, because of where the magnet is on the SLS, it's kind of a handful, but I'll talk more about that in the SLS review. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it has a 9:27 gear ratio, and it is an inline drive, or as I call it, direct drive car. This car also has one extra screw compared to the Camaro. Camaro has two, and its screws are, well, its front screw is there, located right there, which kind of makes it a bit difficult to undo and get into, but it is doable and it is very easy to take apart. These cars don't really require much maintenance at all, and of course they've got the copper braids, which last a bit longer than the Scalextric braids, and when you change them, have a good life to them as well. So that is the review. Please rate, comment and subscribe. I think this is a very good car. It's worth the buy, so if you do see it on eBay at a good price and you're looking to collect muscle cars, American muscle cars, or if you're just trying to build up a bit of a Ninco 1 range and want some cars that are all very good at racing with each other on the domestic circuit at your home track, then these are all very good cars. They're probably some of the best cars that come out of the box, and I think that this is a good range to really support. Unfortunately, there's not a massive deal coming out in 2014 for Ninco, but it's always worth keeping your eye out because they don't really announce every single car that they're going to release. So that is the review. Please rate, comment and subscribe, give it a like, and also stay tuned for competitions, because at some point there will be a competition this month and I know what it's going to be, so just keep an eye out for that competition as well. Thanks for watching, and it's good to be back.